Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us here today. And this news came out, I believe, like a few days ago or so. And boy, me and Rhodes were actually on a live stream after George Floyd happened in 2020, and we said that everything would become woke. And this should just tell you everything you need to know here. When science and medicine goes woke, we have completely lost it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, when you go to the doctor, you go for what? Medical advice, right?
Yes.
Have you ever went to the doctor for anything other than medical advice?
No, especially not political thing.
Yeah, you expect your doctor to give you sound medical advice based in science.
Yes, that's why I go to the doctor.
Yeah, like we went to the dentist, right? Mm-hmm. The dentist said, "Hey, you need to floss your teeth. You need to get a filling or something like that." They weren't making these choices on what to tell you based on white supremacy or colonialism.
No.
Yeah, and by the way, folks, actually our actual dentist is black, by the way, just so you know. But anyway, look here, in Minnesota, ground zero for George Floyd. Woke pledge replaces Hippocratic Oath. Minnesota medical students vow to honor all indigenous ways of healing historically marginalized by Western medicine and fight white supremacy, colonialism, gender binary, ableism, and all forms of oppression. That stuff has nothing to do with the Hippocratic Oath. Nothing. Now, this is in Minnesota, okay? Mm-hmm. Super woke. Now, we're here in the Houston area. Houston has probably the best cancer center in the world. If I ever get cancer, which I hope I don't want them making all of these choices based on ableism and stuff like that. This is just crazy.
So it's based on if you're white or not, or...
I mean, they're talking about indigenous ways. Ableism, that's more about, I believe they're talking about the difference between disabled people and people that don't have any disabilities. So they're talking about basically people that are able-bodied are superior than disabled people. Now, here's the problem with that. When it comes to science itself, one of the greatest minds of the 20th century was actually Dr. Stephen Hawking, an astro scientist. Well, I believe that's the word you call it. The man had he was confined to a wheelchair. You know what he looks like, Dr. Stephen Hawking?
Yes.
Yeah. He was in a wheelchair, and he talked through a computer. He couldn't move his body, but that did not stop him from working. And he came up with the theory of Hawking radiation and supermassive black holes. I'm getting way off topic, but you get the point.
Yeah.
Let's watch this woke Hippocratic Oath here. And if you people in Minnesota, Minneapolis, because it's probably going to take 8 years for these people to fully become doctors. If they actually got a degree from, what school is this? University of Minnesota, run away. Let's play it.
With gratitude, we, the students of the University of Minnesota Twin Cities Medical School class of 2026, stand here today among our friends, families, peers, mentors, and communities who have supported us in reaching this milestone. Our institution is located on Dakota land. Today, many Indigenous people throughout the state, including Dakota and Ojibwe, call the Twin Cities home. We also recognize this acknowledgement is not enough.
Okay, so the Dakota tribe from Minneapolis. Okay, what does that have to do with the Hippocratic Oath?
Nothing.
Nothing.
We commit to uprooting the legacy and perpetuation of structural violence deeply embedded within the healthcare system. We recognize inequities built by past and present traumas rooted in white supremacy, colonialism, the gender binary, ableism, and all forms of oppression.
Okay, you always hear about colonialism. Now, for one thing, did the United States of America actually settle here? No. We are the United States of America now, but guess what? We didn't settle here. Guess who it was? It was the Spaniards, mainly the English, the British, because, we were a British colony. So this has nothing to do with medicine either.
As we enter this profession with opportunity for growth, we commit to promoting a culture of anti-racism, listening and amplifying voices for positive change. We pledge to honor all indigenous ways of healing that have been historically marginalized by Western medicine. Knowing that health is intimately connected to our environment, we commit to healing our planet and communities. We vow to embrace our role as community members and strive to embody cultural humility. We promise to continue restoring trust in the medical system and fulfilling our responsibilities as educators and advocates. We commit to collaborating with social, political, and additional systems to advance health equity. We will learn from the scientific innovations made before us and pledge to advance and share this knowledge with peers and neighbors. We recognize the importance of being in community with and advocating for those we serve.
Wow.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Is he talking about just like the medicine in the U.S. or is it medicine around the world?
Well, he's talking about Western medicine. He may be just talking about the U.S., but
No, because when he's like on the news, it say indigenous. I was wondering, is it about like the Western and the Asian medicine?
well,
or
he's mainly talking about Western medicine, which is basically like a European and U.S. medicine.
Yeah,
He's
I
not
know
talking about indigenous people because he's talking about honoring indigenous ways of healing. Now, I don't know exactly what all they teach in medical school, but I don't know if they're using indigenous healing techniques, in medical school.
I don't think so in the Western world, but in Asia and Hong Kong, I know they have
There's Chinese medicine.
Yeah, the Asian, and then in Japan they also have the Japanese medicine, basically like kind of from China,
Yeah.
and they also practice, Western, medicine.
Yeah, because one thing, medicine is always evolving.
Yes,
It's
it is.
always evolving. I mean, at one point, there was not a cure for polio. Now we can pretty much cure polio. We can do that stuff. 1980s, when it came to the AIDS epidemic, you got it, you were dead. Guess what? There was evolution in medicine, in science, and guess what? You get AIDS now, you can live a full life. Well, HIV, well, not exactly sure, but you know what I mean. New medical techniques. Now, they're talking about bringing back honor to the, something like that, honor back to the medical field. I think they kind of ruined that with the whole COVID vaccine shot. As far as they were like telling people, first they were saying, oh, you get the shot, you won't spread it or anything like that. And no, you get the shot, you can still get it, you can still spread it. And this is probably another reason why a bunch of people are refusing to get boosters. It's a bunch of people, like 70% of people said they're not getting boosters.
Okay.
So, but
No, but I'm just wondering, is he also include like the Asian medicine?
well, no, he's talking
just-
about Western medicine. Asian medicine is going to be from the East, which I don't even know if they.
No, the indigenous ways of healing historically marginalized by Western medicine.
Yeah, they're talking about that, but the Western medicine part, they're mainly talking about European, I guess, U.S. medicine. But the native Indian tribes here, their medicine is okay.
Okay,
So
so they
that's
don't really talking about the Asian medicine though.
no, they're not talking about that. Gender binary.
Yeah, what
Now-
is that?
The thing is, these woke people out there, there's only what? Male and female. That's the gender binary. That is science. But to the woke people out there, there is 5,000 different genders. If you actually ask the doctors, these woke doctors in there, how many genders are there? I bet you they couldn't even give you an answer. And that's scary right there. That's scary.
Yeah.
They probably can't give you an answer. This makes no sense. White supremacy. Now that one there really got me right there. And colonialism too. White supremacy? Really? But we know the modern definition of white supremacy, right? Just disagree with the left, white supremacists. I mean, this is not the Hippocratic Oath. This is just not. And it's scary that the guy that actually gave the pledge was Dr. Robert Englander, Associated Dean of Undergraduate Education. This man is a doctor. And then they mention anti-racism. Anti-racism means to be racist. That's what it means. Because to the Marxists, you can't just be racist. You have to be anti-racist, which means you have to actively be racist against other people. In other words, be racist to white people makes you anti-racist.
So they're not going to treat white people or what?
Well, I'm pretty sure the white people will be like oppressed. Now, based on this is what I'm thinking here. If, let's say, you had a white person, a black person, let's just say you had a white and a black person. And let's say that the white person had a very, very severe ailment and he needed treatment immediately. But the black person just came in, something minor, maybe just needed a minor stitch or something like that. These woke doctors here would actually, talking about promoting a culture of anti-racism, they would tell the white person, hey, we know you're dying. We're not going to treat you. We need to treat the black person first.
Wait.
Even though his ailments is like a scratch on the arm.
But I have a question. Okay, because black people, who are more toward conservative, they're called black of white supremacy or something like that.
Yeah, I know each other. You talking about like what they call Larry Elder, the black face of white supremacy.
So are they going to treat those black people?
Well, if they know their values, then they will get the white supremacist treatment. I can guarantee you.
Oh, God.
They would. But to get back to my point, though, the white person that actually needed the life-saving treatment immediately, the woke doctors here, if they're doctors in the future, would treat the black person with the scratch, because they got to promote anti-racism, which is to be racist. So they're discriminated against the white person that needs it badly because he's dying. Yeah, this is just completely insane. This is insane. To the people out there listening right now, what would be your advice to the people listening if they ran into one of these doctors? My advice is to run away. Run away. They're not giving you medical advice. They're going to give you woke advice.
Well, I was also wondering, people who are against, abortion or like puberty blocker, are they going to, treat, people?
Like if you had, if they became like a quote unquote transgender doctor.
Yeah.
Whoa. Now you're entering into a different path right there.
Well,
no. What I'm saying is, if these doctors go completely woke, which I believe they'll be indoctrinated in, they would immediately tell you to transition your kid. No ifs, ands, or buts. And if you're in the right state, like I got a video coming up on the network channel about the Virginia Democrat wants to criminally prosecute parents that don't want to transition their kids. If you are in the right state, that doctor could probably end up getting your kid taken away from you. That's scary. We're going down a very, very scary, dangerous slope. I mean, we're living in crazy, crazy times right now. So
Yeah, it just reminds me that you know, the TV show, the Man of the High Castle.
The Man in High Castle.
Yeah, where like
It's almost like an alternate
no,
reality.
the son got like a disease, and like the Nazi, they have to come and
They went and they put him down.
yeah,
We could be going down that road. That's kind of scary right there.
that is scary.
Yeah. But I think that's going to wrap it up, guys. Happy Friday. This is crazy. I'm glad I'm not in Minnesota. Glad we don't have woke doctors. At least the ones we don't go to are anyway. But what do you guys think about this? This is crazy. But we'll be back on Monday with another video for you guys. Appreciate all the support. And we'll see you on Monday.
Goodbye.